Hey guys, Alex Radioactive here, and today's video is what is ABDL and baby fur mean to you? Um, or what does it mean? So, to everyone that's involved in this, there's a bunch of different meanings, including for me, I'm an ABDL because it helps me cope with being incontinent and several other medical conditions I have. And some people, it's not so much a medical condition. Sometimes it's a kink. Sometimes it's a bad experience that led, and this is the way they cope with it. So for me, it's all medical, and it's a way of dealing with my medical condition. I'm incontinent, and I have to wear diapers whether I want to or not. And with that being said, there are a lot of aspects into it. But for me, being little and in little space helps me deal with that medical condition. Some people, it's not a medical condition. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it's a kink. Sometimes it's a lifestyle. So for me, it's more of a lifestyle. I'm not sexual in the little community. I don't get into the BDSM or the Dom little daddy role play stuff. I don't get into that. So some people do, some people don't. So, and there's nothing wrong if you're in either one, any of these. So that's my personal thing. Is I am not a little, and there's nothing wrong with that. But before we go any further, I'm going to let you guys talk to my friend Citrine here. Citrine, have fun.
Hi everybody, my name is Citrine, and this is just one of my other suits. Normally I have a blue and black and white suit and a German Shepherd suit and a few other suits, but that's not really the point of this. So I just wanted to reach out because my friend Alex, that you're watching his channel right now, he asked people who were ABDLs or baby furs if they wanted to be a part of this video, kind of explaining what it means to them. And I said, sure, why not? I don't see a problem with it. So I figured that I would tell you guys what it means to me. So basically, for me, um, it actually goes back to when I was 4 or 5 years old, and my parents were babysitting a friend of the family's kid, and I noticed that he was getting more attention than I was, and I was jealous. Can't really tell you why I did it at the time, but he had, obviously there were diapers around us, so I took one of them, and so didn't really know why I did it. I think at the time I thought that, well, if he's getting attention for this, then my mind clicked and said he's getting attention because he needs to be taken care of. And so then I didn't think anything of it. And then about around the age of 10 or 11, I won't go into detail on this, but I will say that I went to a private school for blind individuals, and um, there was a person there who had pretty good vision, and he took advantage of me and a few other students, and I was molested, and so um, that basically caused me to become introverted, especially in a sexual manner. I didn't want anything to do with sex at that point or anything. It just completely turned me off from it. And for years, in my teen years, I actually questioned whether I was gay or whether I was, just asexual. I didn't even know what asexual was at the time. And so, I kind of thought that I was going to be on my own. At the same time, I started to notice that especially after that traumatic experience, the feelings came back of wanting to be nurtured, wanting to be cared for, and sort of have this innocence or have my childhood back that I felt like had been taken. And so when I finally graduated high school, went through college, and then found my mate, I started talking to her about this and was mortified that she would leave. And she didn't leave. She's still with me today, and we're very close, and she understands, and she accepts me for who I am. So, yeah. As far as what it means to me, since you kind of know a little bit of the backstory now, is that it just means to me escape and being innocent. There's not really any sexual thrill in it for me. It's just sort of escaping the stresses of everyday life, which I'm sure a lot of you can understand. And so What I do when I'm in little space is I pretty much, I have plenty of plushies, of course. And I think one of the things that got me really into it, being little and helped me cope with being a little around the time that I got with my mate, was Paw Patrol came out. And that was something that I could connect around furry and being a baby fur, and just in general, it was cute. Um, so that really helped connect, and to this day, it still does. But I have some onesies, I have some pacifiers, and I do take part in the crinkle life, as it were. And I don't do it all the time. I would say I do it a few times a week, and it's just like I said, de-stressor when I need it. Um, Me personally, I like if you know much about being an ABDL, and if you don't say you're watching this for the first time, I mean, I like ABU and Tykables, I think are pretty good. The ABU, Little Paws, um, or things like that. Peekaboos are my favorite. If you're talking about Tykables, then Puppers are my favorite. But um, yeah, I think some companies that I've really grown to like are like Little Kink Boutique for the pacifiers and stuff like that and stuff. You can find a lot of stuff on Etsy, but anyway, it is just something that is part of my life that helps me de-stress, and it helps me to cope with what happened, and it helps me just to get through my life without any major psychological issues, and I see no issue with it. So, yeah, while I won't throw it in other people's faces, if you ask me, yeah, I'll tell you, yeah, I am an ABDO. I'm a baby fur. Yeah, it's just something as similar as being asexual or being a furry or being, whatever for me. So yeah, that is what being a baby fur means to me. Thanks again for letting me be on your channel, Alex, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.
Now that you're back from Citrine, we're going to talk about everything he said. He talked about some dark stuff that's happened to him, and I want to just first of all, I want to give him a big hug and ignore his poop. For you, Citrine, buddy. And then I didn't know that some of that stuff happened to him, and it's very heartbreaking to hear some of that stuff. And Citrine, thank you so much for being part of this video. I really do appreciate it. And if any of you out there want to share your story on my channel, all you got to do is hit me up on Telegram or somewhere, and we'll talk it out, and we'll see about getting you on here. But yeah, Citrine talked about a lot of good points, and for him, it's coping with what happened in the past, and he finds happiness here. So I'm glad he found happiness, and I'm glad he's an awesome friend. So that's a lot. Now this is only part one. I'm gonna do several of these because I had a lot of people submit videos that they wanted on here. Some of them are taking longer to edit than others. But anyways, guys, love you all. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next video. Big hugs. Oh man, you guys really are good huggers. You know that? Love you guys.